Alright, so there are four methods to solving systems. There are four methods. Method number one is graphically. Method number two we learned yesterday, which was algebraically. Today we're going to learn elimination, and then next week we're going to learn matrices. Okay? Matrices. Okay? So, elimination and matrices are what we have left. So today is about elimination. The whole purpose of elimination is to try to get to a point where your values cancel out. In order for them to cancel out, you have to have a number and its opposite. And when I say a number and its opposite, I mean if I have 3, what's the opposite of 3? Negative 3. If I have negative 3, the opposite would be?
Plus 3.
Positive 3. Okay? So you need to have a number and its opposite in order for them to cancel out. So the first thing you should do is look and see if there are problems like 11, 12, and 13. So we're going to start with 11, 12, and 13.
So like, it doesn't matter about the equal, like what's on the other side of the equal sign?
No.
Okay.
So 11, 12, and 13. First off, I look and see, do I already have a set of variables that it has its opposite with it? Yes, I have at B. So what that means is I can go ahead and add. When I say I'm going to add these two functions, I'm going to add like variables together. So I'm going to add 1a plus 1a, which is
2a.
And I know my b's are going to do what?
Cancel out.
And then I'm going to add 19 plus 7, which is?
26.
So a must be what?
13.
So I already have a. And because I have a, I can now plug a into either function to solve for b. We can plug a into, let's just say,
Do you have to do that though?
6.
a minus b equals 7. So 13 minus what is going to give me 7?
Negative 6.
Positive 6. So those are my solutions, 13 and 6. So a equals 13, b equals 6. And you're done.
Got it.
What?
But that's not necessary, right?
Basically, we
Like,
go over
it's
it
just to help us go faster.
Wait, I didn't.
Yes.
You don't have to do it.
You don't have to do it this way. It's increasing. It's like algebraically, but less steps and less work.
Wait, I don't get it.
Okay? Well, let's try again. All right, so let's look at 12.
No, wait. Go back to that. I didn't get it because I didn't understand. So 13 minus 7 equals 6, but it's a negative. So 5x.
If I subtracting 13, I'm going to get 7 minus 13, right? Which is negative 6. But I have a negative b. How do I get b by itself? Divide by negative 1. Negative 13 divided by negative 1. I mean, negative 6 divided by negative 1 is going to give me 6. Or just use your logic. What minus 13 minus what gives me 7?
Yeah, 7 plus what?
Yeah, I got it. I just think it wasn't working out.
That's not good.
All right, so here, looking at 12. Is there already a variable that's coefficients are opposites of one another?
5x.
Okay, variable x, right? The coefficients are opposites of one another. So I can go ahead and straight add. So when I add 5x plus negative 5x is going to do what? Cancel. What's 3 plus 2?
5.
What's 31 plus 4? So what does y have to be in order for this to be true?
7. Wait. Why did we add those? I thought we kept them separate. Oh, we didn't. Okay. Never mind.
Now I know what 7 is, so I can go back and plug it in
So the top one.
to either one. It doesn't matter which one I plug it into, does it?
The top one is
If you say so.
It's 2.
So if I have 5
2.
times x plus 21 equals 31, I'm going to get 5x equals 10. So x has to be what in order to be true?
2.
This is so much easier. Wait. Why do we do 5x plus 6? What?
You can use either one. If I use the other one, I'm going to still end up with the same answer. So if I use the negative 5x, I'm going to end up with negative 5x plus 2 times 7, which is 14 equals 4. I'm going to end up with negative 5x equals negative 10. So x is going to still be 2. It doesn't matter which function you use, you're going to still end up with the same answer.
Okay, I see.
Man, why didn't we learn this like
So x is 1
Years ago.
yesterday?
Plus 2
Could have done
times
things so much easier.
equals
really, because these are just.
Yeah, none of the ones on the test were.
Because we haven't learned how to like.
It's why we did.
Manipulate. Huh? How do we get 10? All right. So on this one, do I have a coefficient
Yes.
with its opposite? The
Y's.
2's. So if I look at the y's, the coefficients are opposite. So that means I can go ahead and straight add to eliminate. So 9 plus 1 is,
10.
my y's are going to,
Cancel.
and 17 minus 7 is,
10.
so x must be what?
1.
All right, so I have x. Choose either one to plug in for 1. Clearly, that would probably be the easier one.
I did the hard one.
Oh, me too.
All right, so therefore 2y equals negative 8.
Gives me negative 4.
So y has to be
Negative 4.
Oh, so you can make it be negative like opposite.
That's what we're about to learn.
Ah, that's smart.
Okay? So, these are the basic ones. This is when the functions are already opposites. Like they're already variables and their coefficients are already opposite of one another. Okay? Now, if I get the function such as this one and they're not already, what I have to find is the least common multiple. The least common multiple between whichever ones I'm trying to eliminate. Okay? So in this case, it would be easier to eliminate the x's because what's their least common multiple?
2.
4.
Oh, 4.
Okay? Their least common multiple is 4. So that means I only have to change one function in order to be able to eliminate, right? So how can I make 2 into the opposite of this positive 4? What kind of 2?
Everything.
A negative 2.
Oh.
I need to multiply by a negative 2 because I need a negative 4 in order to cancel out. Okay? So, what's 2 times negative 2?
Negative 4.
What's 5 times negative 2?
Negative 10.
10y.
What's 19 times negative 2?
Negative 38.
Negative 38. And now I have changed this function to something that I now can eliminate with, right?
Yes.
What can I eliminate?
The
4 x's.
The 4's, right?
Yeah.
They're going to go away. And what's negative 10 plus 3y?
Negative 7y.
Negative 38 plus 24.
Negative 14.
So if this is true, what does y have to be?
2.
So I can just take that and plug it back into
The function.
either function. And when I plug it back into either function, I find out that x has to be,
4.5.
and so therefore if it asks me for a solution, my full solution is
4.52.
4.52. So that tells that these two lines would intersect at 4.52. All right, Noah, you had a question.
No, you
So-
answered it.
Okay. That's why I wasn't ignoring you on purpose. I knew I was going to get to it.
Can you change both of them? Like what's
Yes, you can change both, but it's easier if you just realize which only one to change.
So, like, if I gotta change one,
All right, so let's look at 14. So at 14, we have two numbers, right?
Can you tell us?
Which one did they just tell us to change?
The top one.
What are we changing? Only the y. Okay, we're changing our y's.
I thought you gotta change everything.
I know, but what are we changing? We're changing the
Oh,
y's, right?
Excuse me.
Why are we choosing to
During
change the
your
y's?
second lunch, all seniors who are leaving campus for lunch will need to exit through the front doors. And no one will be leaving the campus.
Plus 8
All right. All right, so what do we multiply by?
4.
4. So I'm going to times everything in the top by 4. So 3 times 4 was
12x.
is 12x. 2 times 4 is
8.
8y. And then 23 times 4.
92.
All right. Now can I add them together to eliminate?
Yes.
Yes. So 12 plus 2 is,
14.
and my y's are going to,
Way.
and 92 plus 62 is
104. I mean,
154.
yes.
All right. So x is 11. So now I know what x is, so I can do what?
Go plug it back in.
Go plug it back in. Does it matter which one I plug it back into? No, it's going to do the same thing. So what's my solution?
Negative
1,
11,
I put 5.
Questions about elimination? Okay, we're gonna do one more practice together, and then you're gonna do 16. Okay? We're gonna do one more together, and I want you to do 16. Whether it's today while you're sitting in the class or over the weekend, I want you to do 16. Okay? So 15, which one should I manipulate? Or should I manipulate both?
You should just do the bottom one times -3.
There you go. I should just do the bottom one times it by 3. What kind of 3?
Negative.
Because I already have a positive. So I'm going to manipulate only the bottom. So this one's going to stay the same. If I'm multiplying everything times -3, I'm going to end up with,
Negative 3x minus 16y
thank you,
equals negative 186.
equals what?
Negative 186.
180 what?
Negative 186.
There you go. I didn't hear you. All right, so now can I add them together? And what's going to eliminate? So now I'm left with
Negative
32y equals negative 182.
That's 32 plus 2y equals 22.
okay, what do I do?
Divide by 3 by negative 13.
I'm going to divide by negative 13 and I get what for y?
14.
182 over 13.
Y equals what? Positive.
14.
There you go. So I have my y, so can I solve for my x? What would be the easier one?
The bottom one.
The bottom one. So I have x plus 5 times 14 equals 62. So x must be what?
Negative 12.
Negative 8.
I mean, negative 8, sorry.
There you go. So my solution would be
Negative 8, 14.
negative 8, 14. All right. How do we feel about elimination, Sue? I believe you can do it. All right, I want you to practice 16.